ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिविसीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं समस्तजनकल्याणि निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपादं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We will read from 46th श्लोक 246 page. Sutapa, this is morning class, Nandukya class. If you want to be, you can be. Otherwise, you can come be in class. There's no problem if you be. एवं न जायते चित्तम् एवं धर्मा अजास्मृताः एवमेव विजानन्तः न पतन्ति विपर्यये। एवं न जायते चित्तम् एवं धर्मा अजास्मृताः एवमेव विजानन्तः न पतन्ति विपर्यये। 47 ऋजुवक्रादिकाभासम् अलातस्पन्दितं यथा ग्रहणग्राहकाभासं विज्ञानस्पन्दितं तथा ऋजुवक्रादिकाभासम् अलातस्पन्दितं यथा ग्रहणग्राहकाभासं विज्ञानस्पन्दितं तथा। In the 45th shloka, if you remember, it's given 3 words were given. 3 words were Jatyabhasam, Chalabhasam, and Vastvabhasam tathaiva cha. So everything here is giving us the the illusion of movement. Everything is giving us the illusion of birth. Everything is giving an illusion of an object. Continuously, these three are going on. Jatya bhasan, that something is being created. Chala bhasan, that it is in movement. And Vastva bhasan, that it is an object. But is it so actually? We have proved there is no logic. We do not get any cause to prove the effect. Then how can we say that the effect is there? And so everything falls. It needs some substratum to project itself. So that is what that substratum is: aja, achalam, and avastutvam, and vijnanam, shantam, advayam. These were the words depicting the characteristics of that substratum on which that illusion is projecting itself. The whole world, the body, don't exclude your body also when we say the world. When we exclude the world and we maintain our body, then we will have a sense of insecurity that what will we do, where will we go, who, with whom will we be? We'll be all alone. No, this body is also a part of the world, and the moment we negate the world, this body is also negated. So this body also falls. This body also falls under the category of Jatya Bhasan. So it is not there, but still it is seen. So we our sanskar of death and birth is very, very strong. Very strong. Here, casual cause of anything is the effect of some other effect. Cause of anything is continuously the effect of its effect. So Jatya Bhasam means what? Whose cause you cannot make out. Chala Bhasam means what? Whole world has come from that Aj only. Means it is imaginary. Aj, nothing can come out from Aj. Purnamadav, Purnamidam. From that Purna, Purna only can come out. So that means nothing has come out. So it is Aj only. So it is the spandan of the mind actually. It is the movement of the mind. And we should also remember another point, that anything that is proved by some movement, that is also an illusion. If something is proved by some movement, it is not there. Spandan is not there actually. But still, everything is the spandan of the mind only. These are very big, big logics, principles, facts, but we actually try to go away from that. We try to secure the illusionary world as if we are trying to, as if a person is trying to secure his dream world. Similarly, we also try to secure this whole world. That is Jatyabhas. So we have to remember these three words: Jatyabhasam, Chalabhasam, Vastvabhasam, Tathaivacha. But what is the substratum? Aja, Achalam, Avastutvam, Vijnanam, Shantam, Vijnanam and Shantam. Vijnanam and Shantam and Advayam. So this is the substratum that we were talking about. And Avastutvam. Vastu Abhas also is there. We feel that the objects are there, but it is a thought of the object actually. So the object is not there at all. It is in the form of the vritti. Everything, whatever we see in this world is only our mind only, and it is a thought only. The mountain, big, big mountains, the sunrise, the sunset, the ocean, the rivers, everything, whatever we see, the galaxies, the earth moving, everything is what? Everything is just in our mind in the form of a thought, in the form of a vritti. So that is why everything is a vritti only. So it is, and what is a vritti? We know that vritti is jad, pratibodha viditam matam. So continuously that vritti, if it is in movement, but it is jad, that means it has taken its existence from somewhere else, and that is that consciousness only. So this is why we say that everything is consciousness only, everything is in mind only. When we open our eyes, we see the object. So you require more practice to think about that is this object is not there, because the moment we open the eyes, the object is there in front of us. So this is a sadhana shlok. Continuously we need to do sadhana, that whatever we are seeing, that is not correct every time. Though we are seeing it, but still, seen means does not mean that it is foolproof. It is not so. So Jagrat Avastha is for from unborn world, cannot come out. Aj from Aj, nothing can come out. But it is appearing, everything is appearing. So Jagrat Avastha is first, Asat is first, everything. Asat, waking state is Asat, dream state is Asat, everything. We saw from us, from the Sat can't come out. From the Sat, Asat can't come out. From Asat, Sat can't come out. From Asat, Asat can't come out. We saw these four categories also. The examples were also given. So when everything is negated, nothing can come out, but still it is seen. Why don't we practice to see this as it is? Why do we see everything in its face value? It is not so. Everything is mixed up here, Granthi. And we have to break that Granthi, like what our topic is going on in the 13th chapter just now. The same thing, Kshetra, Kshetragya, your Jnana. So we have to separate both of them and see that whatever is seen, that is the Jad Prakriti that is seen, that is modifying. It cannot be that substratum at all. So I can't, and then what happens? What is the problem? The moment I make the objects real, I start possessing it. That the characteristic of that object starts affecting me also badly sometimes. When that object is not present, when that object is absent, I am totally aghast. I don't know what to do. I'm insecure. So these are the effects that come. And there are many more. It gives me worries, tensions, excitement, um, anguish sometimes. Many things come up with that when we are taking anything as real. But I can see that, I can touch it. We are not touching that object. What are we touching? We are touching the shape of that object. Is the shape real? How do we prove that shape? Is it different from the object? Does that have any reality in it? If I give you the shape and I keep the five elements, will it be there? It won't be there. So how do you prove the existence of that shape? It's five elements only, and the five elements are not there. So you never directly interact with anything, you directly never touch anything, but it's the thoughts only. Everything is thought. See, when I was small, I never used to like bitter gourd, Karela. But then it was a practice in our house that whenever we came back from school on Thursdays, I think 2 days were there. I don't remember the other day. 2 days we had to eat full boiled Karela at home. And it was boiled without salt, without any oil, without any. Just boiled Karela. It was given in on our plates and we have to finish it. Slowly, 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 the mind adapted. Now the mind has accepted that it does not matter. It starts liking also. So how does this change happen? Again and again, by practicing, 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 that thing became, I started liking that thing. It is same with any object of the world. Once you start doing it, let us take positive things also. You take japa, you take puja, initially your mind will react, suppose. But later on, when you continuously do it for a longer time, continuously practice, you're insistent about the practices also and consistent also about the practices. Then, after some time, the mind adapts. Will say, no, I want more. Then the diet also increases. So here we are talking about the negative aspect. That when we are in the world, we are interacting, the reality thought has become so real for us, the object, the reality of the object, that it is very difficult for us to falsify. But suppose I close the eyes, the object is not there. But the moment I open the eyes, again the object is there. So we can at least prove that all these things are in the form of thoughts only. Now when I open the eyes, it does not go into my mind like that. Same thing outside. It will travel in the form of a thought only. So this we have to practice. Okay. Now let us come to the 46th shlok. It says, Evam na jayate chittam dharma ajasmritaha. Chittam evam dharma ajasmrita. In this way, evam na jayate chittam. Mind is unborn. In this way, the mind is also unborn. Chittam evam dharma ajasmrita. So dharma here means jivaha. Jivaha. Jivaha or aj. It is said by the Gyanis. Again, in this way, as if it is concluding one topic here of Karya and Karan. So in this way, evam, in this way, na jayate chittam, in this way the mind is not born. And also jiva ajasmrita, the jivaha are aja. It is said by whom? Ajasmritaha, by the Gyanis. Smritaha here means by the Gyanis. Evam eva vijanantah na patanti viparyaye. Knowing this fact, the seeker, na patanti viparyaye, he is not deluded. He is not deluded. His illusion is broken. Now he won't be deluded. So let us come to the Bhashya. Page number 247. Evam yathoktebhya hetubhya na jayate chittam. In this way, the reason was given that the chittam cannot be born. Karya Karan Bhav is not there, so mind is not born. Full stop. Evam dharmaha atmanah ajaha smrita brahma vidbhi. Dharma evam dharmaha. Dharma means jivaha. The jeev also. Atmanah. Atmanah means from that aja atma. From that unborn atma. Ajaha. Smrita brahma vidbhi. Say the brahmavid. The brahmavid. So see, smritaha here means the brahmavid. By those, it is third case. So by the brahmavid, it is said that they are also unborn. Ajaha. Dharma iti bahuvachanam. So jivas are in bahuvachan. Dharmaha iti bahuvachanam. Deha bhed anuvidhayitvat advayasya eva upacharatah. Because jeev follows the bhed of the body, etc. The jeev, they follow the bhed, deha bhedanuvidhayitvat. And different bodies it takes, different yonis that this jiva takes. So that is why it is in plural. Bahuvachan. Many jivas are taking the different deha bhedanu vidhayitvat advayasya eva upacharatah. This is so figuratively it is said. Advayasya eva upacharatah means it is said figuratively. Adhyaropitah. Adhyaropitah. Upacharata means adhyaropitah. Adhyaropitah. It is superimposed. So dharmaha, ajaha smrita, when it is said that the jivas are also not born. So the jeev, it is not many actually, but adhyaropit means what? The bodies are superimposed on that very atma, and then they become the jeev, so many jeev. So it follows the bhed or the characteristics of the body. एवमेव यथोक्तं विज्ञानं जात्यादिरहितम् अद्वयम् आत्मतत्त्वं विज्ञानन्तः. One who knows yathoktam, what has already been said, that knowledge, one who knows, that vijnanam, one who knows. What is that vijnanam? Jatyadi rahitam, devoid of birth. Jatyadi rahitam, devoid of birth, etc. One who knows that advayam atma tattvam vijanantah. He knows that one atma only, one without a second. He knows about that. Vijanantah Tyakta Bahyeshana. See this 4-number tippani. Tyakta Bahyeshana means what? Tyakta Anatma Padartha Pilashaha. There is no pressure in that mind out from outside that I want this. There's no desire. All the Eshnas, Lokeshna, Putreshna, Vitteshna, all the 3 Eshnas are gone. And he does not have these Eshnas anymore. There is no pressure building from outside that I have to do work, I have to do this, I want this, I want to go there. There's no pressure. At present, we must be feeling those pressures that without this, how is it possible that a person lives? That a person lives, a yogi lives, he does not want anything from outside because he has considered everything to be an illusion, to be a projection of that mind. So what if he gets also? One question again and again that beats in his mind again and again, that repeats in his mind is, what if I get also? So what? So what? If I get also, what will happen? Because everything is an illusion for that yogi, for that jnani. Because he has known that he only is there without anything. So everything is a projection. If you want to project it in the mind and enjoy it. Why to run after that? Ultimately, see, we are enjoying our own thoughts. Ultimately, everything, whatever we get outside, whatever we are enjoying on outside, whatever we are seeing, touching, smelling, eating, everything is in the form of a thought only or not then. Everything is in a vritti only. So we can just sit, meditate, whatever you want, just meditate, enjoy it in your mind. That's all. If you can do it, if you can sublimate it like that. But it does not happen that easily. We want it outside, so we keep on running. We waste our time, we waste our energy, waste our words like this. And ultimately, when everything is over, then we feel, array, what happened? I wasted everything. But it is not a waste actually. I feel that this was also a part of the journey where we came to a conclusion, and that was a requirement of the mind at that time. So it was good that we came to some conclusion, and now next birth, this mind will be very quiet. When he gets another birth, he'll be born with a quiet mind. He'll be born in a yogi's house. He'll be a born jnani. He will want to meditate. His mind won't go out. Maybe be born somewhere around Himalayas. Never know. Or otherwise, he'll have some parents who are very, very meditative or who are very, very spiritual. In this way, this journey goes on. So, this way he is saying that Advayam Atma Tattvam Vijananta Tyapta Bahyeshana Puna Na Patanti. Now, due to Patanti means fall. What is the reason of our fall? This Ashna only. So, if we have a single Ashna, Ashna means desire. If we have a single Ashna, our fall is Sunishchit. Our fall will happen. So, but here, because he has Tyakta Ashana, he does not have any Ashana now. So, Punarna Patanti, in the ocean of this darkness of ignorance, Patanti Avidya Dhvanta Sagare Viparyaye. Bhagwan Bhashyakar has portrayed his uh, poetic side also here. Where does not fall? He's saying Avidya Dhvanta Sagare. In the ocean of darkness of ignorance, he does not fall. And actually, it is like that. Will we want to go and suffer in the dream again? Suppose last night I had a very, very bad dream. If we would have given an option that you can go into that dream again, will we ever go again? Say, no, no need. Why? 2 reasons. Because I don't want to suffer, and secondly, it was an illusion. I don't want to go and project some illusionary things again. Similarly, a jnani also is awakened to the waking state. Again, a jnani is awakened to the waking state. Now the waking state has become a dream state for him. All the characteristics of that dream state apply to the waking state for him now. He takes everything of the waking state to be illusionary, a projection of the mind. So that is why he will not again go back into those things again. Even if he goes, he will go for only higher. He will go as an instrument of the higher. to do some work of the higher as an instrument, like Bhagwan Bhashyakar came, like other Mahatmas come, like our Gurudev came, like Raman Maharshi ji came. That's a different case. But he won't be completely submerged or overwhelmed by the darkness of the sansar, by the ignorance, by the enjoyments of it. It does not matter for him at all now. Dvanta Vipare, he does not fall. And then he has quoted this from Ishavasya Tatra Ko Moha Kashoka Ekatvam Anupashyataha Ityadi Mantra Varnad. This is the Shabda Praman he has given. So see once again what is happening in the this thing, 46 shlok. You have to correct that 46. In my book, it is written 16 on page number 246. The shlok that we read, it was written 13. So you can correct it. Evam na jayate chittam. In this way, the chitta is also not born. Dharma ajasmata, and also the jivaha. They are aj is said by the Jnanis. They are also not born, and they are also actually the substratum. From the angle of substratum, he is saying that these jivas are aj only. This is said by whom? This is said by the Jnanis. Evam me vijanantah na patanti viparye. So outside also, that means what? The outside world is not born. The jada vastu is not born. And whatever Chetan is seen, that Chetan is also only one. See, we have to conclude. One line conclusion should be there for every shlok. What is the essence of that shlok? So here, two things have been said. Outside world, that is the jada world, that is not there. And inside, that is the sentient being, the jivas. That is also unborn, that has come from the aj, so it is aj only. So it is also unborn. So these two things have been told. Eva me vijananta na patanti. Viparya, he is not deluded. One who knows all these things, even if we know intellectually. See, first we have to start knowing intellectually, then this knowledge starts percolating inside to Anandamaya Kosh. At least we have started. Okay, now let us go to the 47th shlok. Rijuvakradibhyasa kabhasa alataspanditam yatha. Now, from the 47th shlok, now core topic has been started. What was till now? The core topic, Alat Shanti Prakaran, has started from here. He started giving the example of that Alat. So Alat Shanti started now. So Alat means what? Alat means the torch. The torch, that Alat, what do you call in Hindi? Mashal. Mashal, that torch, if there is one wooden thing, and on that if you tie cloth soaked with oil and then you light it, that is called an alat. So when you move it, it will give you various shapes. It will give you the illusion of various shapes. You can make an 8 like this. You can make a star like this. You can make rounds. When in the dark, you make all these shapes. The shapes are projected by the talat. But is it there actually? No. The alat does not have any shape. It is one only. But there are various shapes created. Okay. This is the example now. So movement of alat gives birth to different sizes and different shapes. So similarly, movement in that consciousness also gives different shapes. So this is what will be seen from now here. So Riju means straight. Vakra means crooked. Adika bhasam. Adika bhasam, abhasam. Different shapes are projected. By whom? Alatas panditam yatha. By the movement of that alat. Yatha, like the various movements are projected by the various shapes and sizes are projected by the movement of that alat. Similarly, grahana grahaka bhasam vijnana spanditam tatha. Similarly, movement in the consciousness gives rise to this knower and knowledge relationship. My God. Grahana Grahakabhasam. He's comparing our mind to that alat. He's comparing our mind to that alat, that due to that movement of the mind, now everything is getting projected and known object, all these things are, this triputi has been differentiated by whom? By this mind only. Such a beautiful slogan. Okay, so grahana, grahaka bhasam, perceived appearances are only due to the movement in the consciousness that gives rise to the knower and known relationship. This is the meaning of the second line. Let us see the bhashyam. Yathoktam Paramartha Darshanam Prapanchaishyanaha. What was said earlier, that Paramartha Darshan only is expanding, is being expanded here. यथा हि लोके ऋजु वक्रादि प्रकाराः भासम अलातस्पंदितम उल्काचलनम तथा in as in this world yatha hi loke riju vakradi prakaraha, straight or crooked or any other shapes are made. Bhasam alataspanditam ulka chalanam means that firebrand or the torch, when it is moved like that, when the mashal is moved like that. Tatha grahana grahaka bhasam. Similarly, grahan and grahaka bhas is there in the mind. Perceived difference is there in my mind. What is that? Vishaya abhasam ityartah. Object and the known, object and the knower. This difference has been made, knower, known object has been differentiated. Ityartah. Is this clear till here? Is it clear till here? Huh? Fine. Okay. विषयाभासम इत्यर्थः किम तद विज्ञान स्पंदितम किम तद व्हाट इज दैट वो क्या है ज्ञान स्पंदितम दैट मूवमेंट इन दैट नॉट that the answer is given jnana spanditam. So here the question and the answer is mixed. Okay, separated. Kim tat, that there you have to put a question mark. Then what is it? What is that? That means what is that knower known relationship that you are saying grahana grahaka bhasan? Answer is given jnana spatat vijnana spanditam. That is the movement of the consciousness only, the movement in that knowledge only. Acha, when how can that consciousness move? This is the question. Spanditam eva spanditam avidyaya. See the consciousness, where will it move? If I tell you, please bring some space when you come from your home. And my ashram space has become less. And how, Amma, how should I bring? You put it in a bag and bring. Bring it in big suitcase. I need a bigger space. Is that possible? Space is here also as much as it is there in your house. Everywhere the same space is there. You cannot bring that space. There cannot be any movement in that space. Similarly, here, where will the consciousness move? And you are saying spanditam, jnanam. So how will that jnana, how will that consciousness move? So it is not moving. Yes, it is not moving. And when it is not moving, there's an illusion of movement. So if the mother is illusory, the child is also illusory. So if the movement is illusory, the movement that creates this effect called the sansar, that's also illusory. So spanditam eva spanditam avidyaya. So everything is spandan matra only because of avidya only, due to ignorance only. This principle is very clear for all of us. It's an old principle that we all know, that there cannot be any movement in that consciousness, because where will that go? अखंडानंद जी उससे ठसाठस भरा हुआ है हर जगह, कहाँ जाएगा वो? कहाँ घूमेगा वो? So it cannot move at all. So, but it is moving by avidya. By avidya only. So by avidya, this is moving and everything is moving and our mind is moving and we feel that I'm grasping the world, I'm grasping the objects, I'm knowing the things, everything is going on fine. Nahi achalasya vijnanasya spandanam asti. Of the non-moving knowledge, there is no knowledge. Of the non-moving, nahi achalasya vijnanasya, non-moving knowledge, Spandanam, there is no knowledge. So this triputi, no knowledge means what? This triputi is gone. The known, known knowledge, object difference, this jnanam, geya, and gyata, this is gone. This thing is gone. So there is no triputi in that. So aja, achalam, iti, hi uktam. We have already saw that it is ajam and it is achalam. It cannot move and there cannot be any birth from that. Hi uktam in shlok number 45, I have already said. Uktam means I've already said. Where? In shlok number 45. That this is ajam and it is achalam also. It cannot move also. But still, because everything is seen, I can see everything, the knowledge is there. That means the mind is moving. Where is where is the mind moving? Mind is moving from one object to the other, where it cannot move. Where will that move? Because the consciousness is the mind. The consciousness cannot move. So this is the 47th shlok. Let us read the 48th shlok. अस्पन्दमानमालातम् अनाभासम् अजं यथा अस्पन्दमानं विज्ञानम् अनाभासम् अजं तथा अस्पन्दमानमालातम् अनाभासम् अजं यथा अस्पन्दमानं विज्ञानम् अनाभासम् अजं यथा तथा. So now he is saying that alat, aspandamanam, alatam, anabhasam, ajamyatha, that alat which is not moving, when it is stable, it is not moving. It does not have abhas of something. It does not project any shape. Only one light can be seen when it is not moving. That alat, only one light. So like movementless alat will have only one light. When consciousness is moving, still it is not moving at all. This is being said. Aspandamanam, Vijnanam, Anabhasam, Ajam Tatha. So Aspandamanam means that which is not moving. Vijnanam, that mind which is the consciousness only. Abhasam, Ajam Tatha, that mind is not moving. That mind will not create any object outside also. I don't know from which platform you're listening. You go to that platform from where you can be very meditative. Don't be a person that you are just now and then try to listen to these shlokas. Go to your seat of meditation in your mind and then from there you just try to focus on these shlokas. Then you will enjoy. It matters which seat are we on when we are listening to this. Aspandaman, again, when the alat is not moving, aspandamanam. Spandan means movement. Aspandan means non-moving. So aspandanam, alatam, anabhasam, ajamyatha. That is not creating any movement. That is still. Now connect to your mind. When that mind is also not moving, that consciousness is not moving. Aspandamanam vijnanam. When that mind is still, it is not in movement at all. Means there is no knower, there is no known, there is no knowledge, nothing. This triputi is not there. This triputi has merged into one knowledge only, one self only, that only that Ajna is there. At that time, there is no movement, there is no object outside, there is nothing outside that will distract me. Only I am. This is what is so deep. So it is comparing that alat with the non-moving alat with the non-moving mind. Is it clear? Is it clear? Tell me. Clear हुआ? फिर से बताओ. Like the alat when moves, alat means a torch. When the torch moves, it creates various shapes. But when it is not moving, only that torch is there, blazing torch. There is no other name. आप लोगों ने किया है कि नहीं ये आलात वाला काम बचपन में? फुलझड़ी से भी तो होता है। किया है कि नहीं? नहीं किया तो आज रात को करिए। सबने किया होगा बचपन में। हाँ, बोलिए, मैंने आपको अनम्यूट कर दिया। हाँ,
यस।
किया ना? सबको एक्सपीरियंस है ना? आभा नारायण जी, संतोष जी, सचिन जी, प्रतिभा अम्मा, गीता अम्मा, सुशील जी।
किया है अम्मा, खूब किया है फुलझड़ी
Yeah,
से।
ठीक है। Then this example is very, very clear. And he is saying that when we make the shapes, so when it is in movement, then only that is making shape. When it is still, at that time, you cannot make any shape. ये example clear हो गया. Now compare it with the mind. What is it saying? That the mind, when it is in movement, that makes shapes. But when that mind is not in movement, only one light is there, that light of consciousness. That is its essence. So there is no shape. Simple, itni simple si baat. So I have to take my mind, my thoughts to that state where the mind is not at all in movement, it is not going outside anywhere. And what do I experience there? There is no triputi, there is no trio of knower known knowledge difference at all. अब समझ में आया? हाँ, सिंपल है ना? डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. At least to understand it is simple. When we experience it, it will take some time. But it is not that difficult also, because we have the experience of our deep sleep also. That time mind is not in movement. So there's only one single knowledge. There is the knowledge without any triputi there when we are in deep sleep. The moment we get up, the mind is in movement again. So again the shapes start projecting. All the shapes come up. So let us see the 48th Bhashya. Aspandamanam, Spandavarjitam. So Aspandamanam means what? Where there is no movement. Tad eva alatam rijvadya karena ajayamanam anabhasam ajam. That alat is appearing in different shapes. Tad eva alatam rijvadi. Rijvadi means straight. Riju means straight. Adi, different shapes it is taking. We can make a curve, we can make a round, we can make a star, whatever we want to make, we can make. We used to write the name of the person also. Our friends were standing used to write the names of that person also. So we can create various shapes. Adya karena, ajayamana, anabhasam ajam, which isn't born, that appears to be born. Not having something else. This bhasamanam, bhasam ajam yatha, that is not there. It is appearing as something else that is not there at all. But I can create all those shapes. I can create anything, whatever I want. Tatha avidya. Similarly, by the avidya also, by the ignorance also, spandamanam. अविद्या उपरमे अस्पन्दमानं जात्याद्याकारेण अनाभासम अजम अचलम भविष्यति इत्यर्थः. So see, please see Spandamanam, the 5th number tippani, bottom. Spandamanam means Vivartamanam. So it is Vivarta. It is as if this Spandan is Vivarta. It is projected. It is superimposed. It is not Spandamanam. Actually, the mind is not spandit. The mind is not moving. But still, it is superimposed. It is as if being, uh, as if it is Vivarta. So, Spandamana avidya uparame. So, how this as if comes due to ignorance. It appears to be moving. This mind appears to be moving. This consciousness appears to be moving. This knowledge, I am replacing the word mind with the word knowledge. This knowledge appears to be moving due to ignorance only. And then when ignorance is not there, avidya uparam, when avidya is gone, At that time, what happens? Aspandamanam. It appears that the mind is not moving at all. The mind cannot move at all. Jatyatya karena, various shapes that are born, karena, anabhasam ajam achalam, same knowledge, same thing that was appearing to be born, that is not born now, that is not there, all are illusion only. Anabhasam ajam achalam bhavishyati ityartha, same knowledge is ajam and achal now because I have known it. Though I can see, I know that all this is illusion only. And I play with it because I know that this is an illusion and I play with that thing. I'm not very sad when that is gone because I know that that is an illusion and it will go. I'm not very sad with that. I'm enjoying that. We also have to enjoy the movement. Can you do it? Where we have to enjoy the shapes shapes created by the mind also in waking state. Like we enjoyed the Fuljhari, the shapes made by the Fuljhari, like we enjoyed everything. And we enjoy now. This is a challenge. That like our mind has become a Fuljhari now. A lot. And it is creating various shapes. Now enjoy. Don't be sad. If anything comes or anything goes also, just know that it has to go. Why to be sad? If we are sad, that means somewhere or the other, we had the sense of reality and joy. That is why we are sad. It is difficult, but we can do it. If we enjoyed the ulka, if we enjoyed the Fuljhari, this also we should enjoy. Okay. So this was the 48 shlok. Please see the page 175, 32 number shlok. That was important shlok. Remember? Atma Satyanubodhena na sankalpayate yada almanastam tadayati grahya bhave tadagraham. Remember? Atma Satyanubodhena, when by Atma Satya, when you know through the knowledge, na sankalpayate tada, when knowledge of the self has taken place, then what happens? When there is no sankalp taken in the mind, amanastam tadayati, then he attains amanibhav, then that mind is not there. Can we do this? Amanibhav, grahya bhave tadagraham, as there is no grahya or grahak there, because amanibhav has taken place. Remember amanibhav? That amanibhav is not that the mind is not there. It is there, but it is refuted. It is an illusion. We are seeing that mind as an illusion. This was called amanibhav, if you remember. Don't forget. So this amanibhav, we have to learn this shlok actually. And made you underline also. Atma Satyanubodhena na sankalpayate yada grahya manastam tadayati grahya grahya bhave tadagraham. So in this way, this alat example also will help us to do what? To gain that amanibhav, to reach that amanibhav. Let us come to the 49th shlok. अलाते स्पन्दमाने वै नाभासा अन्यतो भुवः न ततोऽन्यत्र निस्पन्दात् नालातं प्रविशन्ति ते. 58th also we will read. न निर्गता अलाताते द्रव्यत्वाभावयोगतः विज्ञानेऽपि तथैव स्युः आभासस्याविशेषतः. न निर्गता अलाताते द्रव्यत्वाभावयोगतः विज्ञानेऽपि तथैव स्युः आभासस्याविशेषतः. Now 49th shlok. So in 48 shlok, actually two meanings are there. What two meanings are there? that there is no shape born. It is unborn. There is no shape born. It is ajam. And second is, even in the movement, there is no movement. We have to see two things. First, that there is no shape. All the shapes are illusory because from one shape, one that Allah, nothing can come out. And second is, even in the movement, let the movement be nicely, let it be everything, let it be in its own place. But I know that there is nothing. I know that there is no movement. So he has realized that one knowledge only is expressing as many. Okay, now let us come to the 49th slok. Alate spandamane vai, when the alat is moving, spandamane vai, na bhasa anyato bhuvah, various figuratives haven't come from somewhere else. Na bhasa anyato bhuvah, it is not coming from somewhere else. Alat spandamane vai, when the alat is moving, where has the figures come from? It has not come from something else. We are burning some other crackers. From that other cracker, this movement is not coming. It is coming from this movement only. Na tato anyatra nispandanat nalatam pravishantite. Shapes hasn't come from the non-moving alat. When it is non-moving, that alat, that stick is not moving, at that time there is no shape. So na tatah anyatra nispandat na alatam pravishantite. They haven't entered into that alat. When there is no shape there, it is not that the shapes have entered into that alat. Again, once again, when the alat is moving, the shapes that are seen have not come from something out. It has not come from the outside. But then has it come from that thing? No, if it would have come from that, it would have entered in that only. But it is when the alat is not in movement, when it is stable, at that time also, those shapes are not entering into that alat. See again. Alate spandamane vai na abhasa anyato. Anyatah means from outside. Anyatah is Panchami. Not from outside Bhuva. It has not come from outside. Huh? So if it has not come from outside, has it come from inside? No, it has not come from inside also. How? Because otherwise it would have entered inside, but it is not entering. Na tato anyatra nispandanat, na alatam pravishanti te. Shapes hasn't come from non-moving alat also, because they don't enter that alat when they are when that alat is not moving. That means what? It is mithya and it is not real. It is mithya and it is not real. So 49th shlok and 50th shlok, first line, examples are given. Again, 49th and 50th shlok, first line, examples are given. And 50th shlok, second line, and 51st shlok, these are darshtrant. Again, 50th shlok, second line, and 51st full shlok, that is the ashrant. What has been implied, that has been told. So 49 shlok, let us see the bhashya. Kimcha tasmin eva alate spandamane sati. You have to add sati there. It is sati saptami. When this happened, when kimcha, when that alat is moving, tasmin eva alate spandamane sati. When that alat is moving, riju vakradya bhasa alata danyatah. That various shapes are seen on that alat. Other than that alat, kutaha, from where has it come? Has it come from anyatah? Has it come from outside? No. Kutahaschet agatya alate. It has not come from outside. Na eva bhavanti iti anyato bhuva. Not that it has come from somewhere else also. Then from where has it come? It is seen, but it has not come from that alat. Neither has it come from some outside place. Nacha tasmin nispandat alatat anyat nirgataha. These shapes haven't come from the non-moving alat also. Nispandat alatat. Nispandan means it is not moving. That alat is stable. from that stable alat also, it has not come. The shapes haven't come from that non-moving alat. Nacha nispandanam alatameva pravishanti te. And all that abhas hasn't gone back, entered into that alat also. Where has it gone? Where has it gone? I don't know where it disappeared. As if everything has gone into that alat. No, it is not that. Okay, so this was our 49 shlok. Let us come to the 50th also. Kimcha. Okay, first let me tell the meaning. Na nirgata, page 249, 50th shlok, first line. Na nirgata alatate. They haven't come from that alat. Dravyatva bhava yogatah, because they are not an object that they will come out of something. Again, na nirgata alatate, those shapes that are seen, na nirgata alatate, from that alat they are not coming out. Why? Dravyatva abhava yogata, because they are not any dravya, they are not any solid object that will come out from that alat. Very simple. Vijnanepi tathaiva syuh. Similarly, syuh abhasasya visheshatah. Similarly, various knowledge also haven't come out from that consciousness. Oh my God. Oh my God. OMG. So he is saying various knowledges also similarly, like the alat was creating various shapes, and it has not come from that alat. Similarly, the knowledges that our movement is projecting, movement of the mind is projecting, that also has not come from the consciousness, because they are not object at all. These are all illusions. So these illusions cannot come from that consciousness, because there cannot be any movement from the Aj, nothing can come out. There is all illusion only, and this is all due to ignorance only. In the case of consciousness also, one should understand what that, like that Allah was creating everything that was illusionary. Similarly, this mind is also creating everything that is illusionary in this world. My God. Let us see the 50th shlok, Bhashyam. Kimcha. Na nirgata alatate abhasaha grahadiv dravyatvat abhava yogatah. So this nirgataha alate, nothing has come out from that alat. Nirgatat, alat. So what is it? Abhasa. All those are abhas only. Grahati iva dravyatvad bhava yogatah. Like somebody will say that this is an object, grahadi iva. Like graha is the object. Graha means house. House or pen or pencil. These are all objects that have come out. But these shapes that are created by the Allah, that is not a gross object that can be grossified. It's not an object that has come out from that Allah. Dravyasya bhava dravyatvam. What is a dravya? He's giving a definition. What is an object? He's saying dravyasya bhava, where there is an object that can be called and said that it is objectified. Tad abhava dravyatva abhava. Now, absence of dravya is absence of dravya bhava. Dravyatva abhava yogatah. Dravyatva abhava yukte vastutvat abhavat ityartah. When the dravya is associated with the absence of that dravya, then that vastu is absent. We'll call that vastu as absent only. That vastu is not there at all. Like the shapes are not there at all. It is not present like the house, the objects or utensils or some things, the car, the money. It's not like that. It's not something called that gross thing. So vastuna hi praveshati sambhavati na avastuna. That which is object, that can enter. But if it is not an object, how will that enter into something? So if it is an object, it could have been, could have said that it disappeared into that, or it vanished, but it is not an object at all. So how can we say that it vanished? How can it enter something? Vigyane api jatyadya bhasaha tathaiva syuhu abhasasya avisheshatah tulyatvat. So knowledge also, here Vigyane api means Vishay Saptami. In the case of Vigyan, in the case of knowledge also, in the case of the thought also, what is happening? Tathaiva. Similarly, same thing is there. Like various shapes in the alat are just projections of that Allah. It is not there. Similarly, various knowledges in the consciousness also are just appearances. They are not created by the consciousness. So there is no question of coming out or going in. Coming out or going in. Like the shapes that cannot enter the Allah, nor can it come out from Allah. But it is created. Similarly, nothing can come out from that consciousness, my God, and nothing can enter into that consciousness. Please meditate on these shlokas. So here we have finished the 50th shlok, and these are very, very meditative shlokas. If you have any doubt, please tomorrow we will take it again and finish it. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om